Alright, what is up everybody, DJ here, and let's just dive right into it. You ever get that creepy, crawly feeling that your phone knows a little too much? Maybe you were just talking about needing a new pair of, I don't know, neon green Crocs, and bam ads for them everywhere. It's 2025, folks, and our phones are less like simple communication devices and more like pocket-sized supercomputers. Think your phone's being watched? I'm your white hat hacker for today, and we're going to find out. We're talking about the potential for actual spyware, malicious apps, or even more sophisticated threats. Knowledge is power, and today, we're arming you with that power. Let's secure your privacy, starting now. Okay, first things first. Before we start poking around in your phone, let's talk about knowing when to call in the professionals. Sometimes you're dealing with something above the average user's pay grade. Services like adamcybersecurities@gmail.com are here to help. Specialist cybersecurity experts who live and breathe this stuff. It's like having a digital bodyguard for your phone. So keep that email address handy, adamcybersecurities@gmail.com. Alright, let's move on to something you can check right now. Something your phone might literally be telling you if you know how to listen, or rather, how to feel. Unusual battery drain and your phone doubling as a hand warmer, even when idle, is a red flag. Spyware, malware, or unauthorized processes consume resources. Check your battery stats for unusual activity. Next up, let's talk about something that can be genuinely unsettling: weird noises during your phone calls. Now, I'm not talking about your cousin Gary chewing with his mouth open on the other end of the line. That's a different kind of horror. I mean those strange, inexplicable sounds like clicking, static, distant voices, or an unusual echo that just doesn't feel right. In the age of crystal clear VoLTE and Wi-Fi calling, persistent weird audio artifacts during your calls should definitely set off some alarm bells. If you suddenly start hearing faint beeps, clicks at regular or irregular intervals, or a persistent hum or static that wasn't there before, pay close attention. Don't just dismiss it as a bad connection, especially if it happens across multiple calls with different people, and in different locations where you typically have good signal. Another thing to listen for is an echo of your own voice that's delayed or sounds unnatural. If call's just off, if something sounds weird, don't ignore it. Make a note of when it happens, who you were talking to, and what you heard. Let's shift gears to your data usage. Streaming videos, scrolling social media, downloading files, we all use mobile data. But what if your data usage suddenly spikes? It could mean your phone is being used by a malicious app. Spyware sends your data back to its source. Check your settings for unusual data usage. Monitoring data usage is a critical security check. Okay, last but certainly not least in our initial sweep, let's talk about app permissions. This is a big one, folks, and it's an area where many users unknowingly leave the digital doors wide open. Every time you install an app, it asks for certain permissions. Access to your camera, microphone, location, contacts, storage, and so on. We often just click allow to get to the app faster, but this is like handing out master keys to your house without checking who you're giving them to. It's time to become the bouncer of your phone's permission club. Think about it. Does that flashlight app need access to your contacts and microphone? Does that simple offline puzzle game need to know your precise GPS location at all times? Probably not. Unnecessary permissions are a goldmine for shady apps. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to conduct a thorough app permission audit. Go into your phone's settings, find the app manager or permissions manager, and go through each app one by one. By being diligent about app permissions, you significantly reduce the attack surface for potential spyware and reclaim a huge chunk of your digital privacy. Phew! We've covered a lot of ground today, from the critical first step of knowing when to call in the pros like adamcybersecurities@gmail.com, to checking for those telltale signs like a battery that's hotter than a habanero, weird call noises, runaway data usage, and apps that want to know way too much about you. Remember, your phone is an extension of your life, and keeping it secure is just as important as locking your front door. The tips we discussed today are your first line of defense in an increasingly complex digital world. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about being proactive and informed. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, and so are the threats. But by staying vigilant, regularly checking these key areas, and trusting your instincts, you can significantly bolster your defenses. Worried about your phone? Hit the pinned comment for adamcybersecurities@gmail.com. They are a fantastic resource if you need that expert touch, or just want some professional reassurance. Don't hesitate to reach out if you're feeling overwhelmed or suspect something serious. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, stay secure, and I'll catch you in the next one.